Hello, sisters. I have been waiting for this day for months, and months, and it's finally here. And I have my two arms in the air right now, just like pumping hair. I've been working on what I'm about to share with you since the beginning of the pandemic, since March 2020, and it's now here. I'm bursting with excitement. I could scream, but since this is a podcast, I'm going to contain myself because that would be hard for all of you that are listening to the podcast in your earbuds. So, restraining myself. So, I am beyond myself to finally be able to share with you all the secret detail of this thing that I've been working on for months. So, here we go. If we had a drum roll right now, we'd have a drum roll. I am pleased to announce and introduce Conquer and Thrive. So what does Conquer and Thrive stand for? Yep, it is an abbreviation because the world loves some short and catchy name. So Conquer and Thrive stands for conquer food, conquer your body image, and finally conquer your mindset, aka the mean girl voice in your head, so that you can thrive right now, unconditionally, and live your full life. Conquer and Thrive is where you learn to say hell no to diet culture and hell yes to intuitive eating, body neutrality, and self-coaching. Conquer and Thrive is the feminist approach to food and body. Conquer and Thrive is an online membership coaching community where we go beyond the food, where we take our learning from the Going Beyond the Food podcast and we bring it to life. We get to practice it together. This is where I need to say that just listening to the podcast is sometimes not enough. So, one thing we need to understand about the process of stopping dieting, unlearning diet culture, and changing our mindset is that it's not an intellectual approach. Just like learning to diet, we had to learn new behavior. We had to learn to calculate calories or macros or weighing our food or list of yes and no food. We had to learn this and coach ourselves through this new behavior. Learning the concept weren't enough. We had to actually learn the behavior. Well, unlearning diet culture is the same process. Just knowing the concept of intuitive eating in our mind isn't enough. We actually have to put it in our body in practice. So many of you are listening to this podcast and you know that diet don't work. You believe that all bodies are worthy. Perhaps you think of yourself as a strong, independent, feminist woman. And you know that you are not the problem, that diet culture is the freaking problem. But you still have the mean girl voice haunting you daily. You still find yourself eating the entire bag of chips unwillingly. And when you see your reflection in the mirror, it's still damn hard. Secretly, you're still stuck in it being diet culture. Not from a lack of trying, not from a lack of understanding, not from a lack of effort, because dang, you are a hard worker. So you think, what the F is wrong with me? Followed by, I should have figured it out by now. These two thoughts on constant repeat in your mind. And then you conclude, well, I just have to try harder, listen to more podcasts, maybe even reread the book Health at Every Size or Intuitive Eating. Is that familiar to you? If that's you or someone you know, pay attention. Unlearning years of brainwashing by diet culture isn't an intellectual experience. It's practical. Unlearning diet culture is in the act of small practices. Body confidence happens in your body, not in your mind. It's supposed to be hard to claim our freedom and our confidence back from dieting, from diet culture. Otherwise, the bloody diet industry wouldn't be $72 billion strong in the US alone in 2017. That's a crazy number, but it's a fact. Let's face it, the diet industry, diet culture is terribly good at what it does. It has perfected the art of fucking our brain and our body. And we expect ourselves to be able to release that easily. And that, sister, isn't realistic. And that's the deep craziness of diet culture. Diet culture has infiltrated so deeply in our brain that we believe that even in the process of leaving diet culture, we are the problem. And that even when we try to break up with it. So here I am with Conquer and Thrive. This is why I do what I do, because I know there's millions of women like you, like me, who need support, who needs coaching to release the shackles of years of chronic dieting. In this podcast, I teach you everything that I know, but listening to 30 minutes a week of diet culture free teaching isn't enough. Because it's not the practical, the embodiment exercise. It's just intellectual notion. And that's how podcasting works, right? It's me talking into this microphone right now and you listening in your ears. It's not doing the work. And that's why I created Conquer and Thrive. I want you to have a place to go to do the work in your body. And that's what Conquer and Thrive does. This is where I show you how to do the work in your body. We connect the dots for you. We outline the step by step to unwind diet culture in your life. We outline the action you need to take, the practices you need to put into your life to embody all this amazing intellectual knowledge from listening to the podcast, from reading the anti-diet book. Then you go out and apply them. And then you come back and you ask for guidance and we hold you accountable. We shine the light. You do the walking, we hold the light for you. I know that you listen to this podcast and you try to do the work. I get so many emails from you ladies. So many emails. I see you on social media. You tag me. You're trying so damn hard. But you don't always know if what you're doing is right. And that's why you contact me. It's not unfortunately possible for me to answer all of your email, but I see you trying. I see you needing guidance and you get stuck and you have blind spot. And unfortunately, you're alone in your head. And this is what I want to put an end to. Conquer and Thrive is the space for you to get the support that you need on learning diet culture. That's why I created it, right? That's why I work so many months in creating all the tools and the resources that you need to actually do the work. Conquer and Thrive is a space. It's a community of women who have decided to say hell no to diet culture. So if you are ready to liberate yourself and liberate the next generation of women, perhaps your daughter, my nieces, from what you have experienced because of your partake into diet culture, body shame, food obsession, self-doubt, that's what Conquer and Thrive is going to help you to do. We together, sisters, have to stop hoping that diet culture, the system of oppression created to keep us women away from our power, that this system of oppression will itself do a 180 and come and release us from its own shackle. That is not going to happen. Never in this lifetime will the weight loss industry retrieve itself from earning $72 billion a year. We live in a capitalist society. It's not going to happen. If we want to free ourselves, free our daughter, free my nieces from diet culture, we have to do it ourselves. And that's why I created Diet. This is why I created Conquer and Thrive. So let me tell you a little bit more about what we do inside of this amazing community, which is Conquer and Thrive. First of all, it's a monthly membership. So you join, and every month you get a list of things, and a lot of things, exactly what you need to unlearn diet culture. So upon joining our membership community, you get access to Confident. Confident is our mindset course that will teach you how to coach yourself into positive and confident thinking, which will then create new action and habits and the result that you want in your life. On the podcast, I often refer to self-coaching. So if you're a longtime listener, I repeat to nauseam that mindset is everything, right? You know that. Self-coaching is the how-to change your mindset. Now, I cannot teach that on the podcast because it's not something that is just instruction. You actually have to follow a framework that I present to you, that I teach you, and you have to practice and integrate it with workbook and prompt and step by step. So the first month inside of Conquer and Thrive, you get this course, this framework, this self-coaching model that will then help you change your thoughts on food. Body image. Body image is just that. It's thoughts. And that's how you're going to change your body image with this self-coaching framework. While you learn and practice the mindset technique, the self-coaching framework, you get access to Coach Corner. Now, this is super cool. We work so hard on this. Coach Corner is you having access to your own coach anytime you want. Anytime you want, you go to Coach Corner inside of Conquer and Thrive. You ask your question, you put your struggle, your need for coaching anonymously. That was a big request from all of my students. They want anonymous coaching. So it's happening now in Conquer and Thrive. Your coach will then answer your question anonymously and guide you towards the solution. I will be there to give you expert guidance, but I will also have coaches. More me. I'm multiplying myself. Some of you may know this, but I do have a professional training program, the Non-Diet Professional Mentorship Program. I train my own coaches via this program, and they also go out into the world and become more of me out there. But these coaches are going to also help me answer all the questions about everything we teach you inside of Conquer and Thrive. These are the best coaches in the world when it comes to the non-diet approach because I train them. So you get your Confident Mindset course, you get your Coach Corner, you will also have the opportunity to get Coach Live by me. We have monthly live coaching. If you can't attend live, we record them and you can watch them at your own convenience. Now, here's the real treat. You ready for this? If you're a podcast listener, this is going to be everything to you. We have a private podcast. We have a private podcast for just the student of Conquer and Thrive. So every week, you're going to get a short incremental podcast directly on the app you're listening into right now, specifically for our Conquer and Thrive. And the podcast will be about what we teach you inside of Conquer and Thrive to help you embody the learnings and practice what you're learning inside of Conquer and Thrive. And if this wasn't enough, one of the things people want more of is accountability. So we created this amazing texting option where every single day we nudge you with a text to create the space where this work is top of mind daily. Now, here's the most important part of Conquer and Thrive. Now, everything that I just said to you is important, but this thing here is what I'm most excited about. It's the private community of women on the same path as you and I. Women committed to do the work of unlearning diet culture in a positive and powerful way, side by side with you. You get influenced by other women saying hell yes to life and hell no to diet culture. You get your dose of inspiration. You get to interact with the women doing the same work as you. The second month you are in Conquer and Thrive, you also get access to Peaceful. Peaceful is our intuitive eating course that will teach you the exact official intuitive eating framework as taught by Evelyn Triboli and Ellis Roche. As many of you know, I am a certified intuitive eating counselor trained by Evelyn Triboli, so I deliver the accurate framework of intuitive eating. This is not just the 10 principle, because that is intellectual knowledge. What Peaceful does is it gives you the step-by-step, the actual practices to embody intuitive eating into your life. You get the worksheet, the tutorial, the very cool audio guide practices with me in your ears as you practice your way through intuitive eating. The third month of your membership, you get access to Liberate. Liberate is our body image course that teaches you how to shift your body image so that you get to engage with your body neutrally and liberate yourself. So it's about shifting from shame to acceptance. For anyone out there who has attempted to change their body image strictly from reading a book, you know where that leads you. Straight failure. I've been there. When we work on our body image, we need to be in our body. And that's what Liberate does. It gives you exercise and practices to connect the dot and make peace with your body. Conquer and Thrive is everything you need. It's a combination of all the programs I have ever done, and I've put it together in this membership community. So here's what you're going to experience after a few months inside of Conquer and Thrive. Like, what is the outcome of Conquer and Thrive? First of all, you're going to feel better in your body and about yourself. Now, just that is everything, right? You're going to surprise yourself with having positive thoughts about you and your body. Like the mean girl voice are going to slowly start to go away, and you're going to have more confidence. You're going to trust yourself. Trust yourself with food at first, and then it's going to start spreading through your life. You're going to begin to experience peace after 3 months in Conquer and Thrive. The pendulum of your eating, this whole binging and restricting, is going to start to stabilize itself to the middle, which is intuitive eating. You're going to be able to choose food that makes you feel energized and happy without restriction. The cycle of self-destruction eating behavior is going to be in your past. You'll begin to consider health-promoting behavior, not because you want to lose weight, but because you want to feel at your best and show up in your life fully. You're going to be able to see your reflection in a window or in a mirror without spiraling down in self-critical thoughts. You're going to be your own coach. You're going to be able to coach yourself away from drama and back into living your life fully. You're going to have more mental space to be present in your life with your family and get more done instead of being consistently obsessed about food and your body and what other people think of you. After 3 months, you're going to start showing up in life the way you want to. What I think is the most important outcome of Conquer and Thrive is you reconnecting to your power and going beyond the food in your whole life so you can take your life where you want to go. And here's the amazing part. You get to be part of Conquer and Thrive, our membership community, as long as you want. It's not just 5 weeks or 3 months and then you're done. You stay as long as you need to and as short as you want to. Conquer and Thrive is only $97 a month. Now, I recognize that we have women listening to this podcast of all economical background and that for some of you, this is going to be a no-brainer. And if that's you, just go and sign up right now. While for others, this is going to be truly out of reach. And I get it. And this is why we have the podcast. This is why my social media presence is based on teaching and giving free resources. We have a lot of resources for you. Now, for those of you in the middle of the road for whom this is a stretch but feasible, and you're wondering, should I invest in this? I want you to think of the money you're currently spending on other stuff in your life that doesn't move you forward. Particularly for us here, stuff that we spend to cope. Cope with the emotion you experience because you feel terrible about your body and your food choices. The money you spend on numbing with food instead of cooking food you enjoy at home. Perhaps the gym membership you don't use because you hate going to the gym, but you think you have to. I want you to think of time as money as well. All the time you spend on social media comparing yourself, and I did that for so long, comparing myself to others and wondering, what's wrong with me? What could you be doing with this time? How could this time bring money to you? Perhaps it's the confidence you don't have for yourself to ask for a promotion because of the shitty diet culture inherited mindset that we have. What if we could have more confidence? When I look at this $97 is a no-brainer because you'll save money on shit you don't need anymore because you don't need to cope no more, right? And claim back your power and your confidence to demand more or perhaps make more money in your business. And for those who think, well, Stephanie, I've wasted so much money on the past in diets and program. I can't trust myself. Well, my sister, this is for you. Conquer and Thrive is not a diet. It's nothing like anything you've experienced before from diet culture because this is not diet culture. This is about building your own skill set so you never again need anyone to tell you what to do, what to think, what to eat, or what to think about your own body. Here's what I really need you to all sit with. Once we understand how pervasive and powerful diet culture is, and that through our own interaction with diet culture, we either fuel it or help put it down, we then realize that the only way for us collectively as women to literally kill diet culture is by us doing our own work. This to me became especially relevant when I was starting to see my own nieces at less than 10 years old, interacting with diet culture already. So if you're a mom, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about here. The last thing we want is for your daughter or my nieces to get stuck in diet culture in the way we did. The only way for us to literally kill diet culture is by us doing our own work. So if you're looking to break the cycle for the next generation of women, which I believe to be our own duty as women to do this work, we have to dismantle diet culture for ourselves first. And then once we are liberated from the shackle of diet culture, we can go out and share this work with the rest of the women and then impact the next generation of women. This is it. This is what I wanted to share with you about my new thing, the thing that I believe has the power to change the outcome of women for the next generation. And that thing is called diet culture. So I want you to go and check it out. StephanieDozier.com/conquer and thrive. I've poured my heart and my soul in this community, and I hope to be able to interact with many of you within that community. Conquer and Thrive is a unique space, and I don't think, honestly, there's anything like it in the world. Stopping dieting is a revolutionary act, and I invite you to take it with me. This is it, sister. I love you, and I'll see you on the next podcast episode.